Hello everybody, I'm Nastasia. I am the creator of the Wanderlust Discord stitching game. I wanted to create a video just explaining the first event that we have in Wanderlust. The event circles around the International Geophysical Year. So I will just go ahead and introduce our story for this event. We are looking for brave and adventurous explorers to come together for the common good to participate in the International Geophysical Year. The transportation for this trip will be covered by your country's government. We strive to research climate and marine life in Antarctica. I'd encourage you to look into the International Geophysical Year and the Antarctic Treaty. For each excursion, you will need to share your research with the Council of Scientific Unions. You will share one fact or finding that was made possible with research done in Antarctica and cite your source. Thanks to the Antarctic Treaty signed December 1st, 1959, research and discovery is shared internationally, and Antarctica is protected from commercial activity, nuclear testing, weapon storage, and disposal. So, when it comes to the gameplay, here are the rules. Starts December 1st through December 31st, 2025. So you have all month to work on this event. Although this event centers around the continent Antarctica, you do not need to travel to Antarctica to participate. So you can remain in the country you are currently working in while also participating in this event. While participating in this event, you will post your stitch proof in your current country thread per usual. You need 2 code words. Stitch using the code word science and the country name you're currently stitching in. So, we've already been stitching in our current country. We have the piece of paper that has our country name on it. You are simply going to add the word science to that piece of paper and make sure that it's in the pictures. That way your stitches will count towards your country you're currently working in and the event. When you complete 1,000 stitches, you will create a thread in the International Geophysical Year channel with your name as the title, and you will post the following information. 1. What country thread event stitches can be found in. So a link would be helpful. And then B. Include one fact or finding about Antarctica, including your source. So, when you have finished your 1,000 stitches for the event, you will create a thread in the International Geophysical Year channel with your name as the title. You will also post that you are working on excursion 1. You will post your fact or finding there with the source, so like a link to a website or YouTube video or something. So that is the information that you discovered while you're on this excursion. And then you will also post a link, or just simply say what country I can find your stitch proof in. You can also take a screenshot of your stitch proof and add it there, but that's just extra steps. I just need to be able to find where the stitch proof is so I can verify that if it's been 1,000 stitches. And just so you know, stitches in excess of 1,000 cannot be rolled over to another excursion. An ambassador will verify your stitch count and add your discovery to the international database, and you may complete as many excursions as you like, furthering the council knowledge of this incredible area of the globe. Okay, so all of this information can be found in the channel International Geophysical Year. It's got the story intro, the gameplay rules. It has a few links to information about the International Geophysical Year as well as the Antarctic Treaty. And I also put some questions that were pretty common, so I want to go over those with you guys as far as like the event posting and things like that. So one of the probably the more confusing questions was, can event stitches be split between multiple countries? And the answer is yes. So in the example here, there is, in this first example, the first set of photos for 202 stitches does not count towards the event since it didn't include the word science on it. It just had the country name. So those 202 stitches don't count. But the following 900 stitches down here count both towards the country of Indonesia and the event, since the password was in the photo. So since each excursion is 1,000 stitches, that 900 goes towards it but does not complete the excursion. In that case, since they finished this country, you would then move on to the next country and you could continue stitching there. So then you would post as usual your stitches there and then add that up. The next question was, what if my stitches go over 1,000 for the event? So in this example here, it says, paired with the example above, 900 stitches were done in Indonesia and 200 were done in Armenia for a total of 1,100 stitches. 1,000 stitches will go towards your first excursion and 100 does not roll over for the event. So that 100 extra, it just won't go towards the event, but it still go towards your country. If you want to do another excursion, you can. Just know that 100 stitches previously does not roll over, so you will be starting with the next stitch count. Another question is, how should we post proof of stitching for the event? So it says, below is an example of a thread made in the event channel with the traveler's name as the title. This is going to be in the International Geophysical Year channel. You will create a thread with your name, just your name, and then in that thread you will write down, as the example shows, you're writing down which excursion you're working on, the fact or discovery, the information you gathered during your excursion, including the source. So it's the fact, the source, and you're also adding your proof of stitches. This could be, as the example shows, it's screenshots. However, it doesn't have to be that. It can simply be a link to the country that your stitches are in, just so ambassadors can go to that country thread and check and for the posts that say science in it, and we'll add up the stitches and reward you for that excursion. The information that we're collecting from you guys in your discoveries, they will be posted in a channel in Antarctica. It's going to be a channel called Antarctic Discovery. So all the information you guys gathered for us will be housed there, and that way we can, just like with the Antarctic Treaty, we can share information between each other and learn from the information. Alright, so you guys have all of December to be working on this event. Do as many excursions as you would like. Share all of the information. It can be about Antarctica itself, it can be about the environment, it could be about animals in Antarctica. Basically anything, any information that you would discover via Antarctica, or people have discovered really via scientific excursions in Antarctica. So I look forward to finding out what you guys discover. Have a good one.